And welcome back to the Jason Show, everybody. Now, we all know that things have been a little bit different lately. All you have to do is get in your car and you can see that there's no one on the roads, no businesses are open, parks are closed. It's just very wonky out there. But very few of us have probably seen how things look from above. You can now, however, because of these two. Our next guest, that's Jay Christensen. Hi, Jay.
How's it going, Kendall?
Hey. And Mike Welsh. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Kendall.
I know you guys obviously through years of being in the drone community, but both you based right here in the Twin Cities, been piloting and operating drones and with videography for years now. And I was on Instagram. I was looking on your Instagram, Mike, and I'm like, what? This video has been up for, at the time, 24 hours and has 60,000 views. What is going on? It's a video of Minneapolis completely void of people. It's like the city is butt naked. It is so weird. Tell me why you guys decided to go out and fly over the city and sort of make a memory of this time.
Yeah, it was interesting just because, Mike and I have always been working with each other on a lot of similar projects, and we've always been inspired by Minneapolis history. It's such a great city, and during this time, it's just an interesting current event where this is the only time you could really go out and document something like that. And so, we dual operated an Inspired drone. We drove out in our own cars, and we made sure to stay 6 feet away, but we were able to realize, it's completely desolate. And, even though we're all at home and it's going to be like this for a little longer, we wanted to show people we're not too far away from getting back to what we love. And Minneapolis is a city that not everybody right away appreciates. They're like, oh, it's so cold here.
Right.
But once you kind of have that taken away from you, you really start to take into perspective how awesome Minneapolis really is. And in this video, Mike and I wanted to show that to everyone.
I think it's funny, by the way, you just threw out dual op. I know what that means
from
my experience with drones, but people probably heard of DJI. That's the big drone company, and you guys are flying one of their nicer drones together. Before we get back to the video, tell me about the schematics of that. So one of you is operating, the other one's operating the camera. How does that work?
Well, we like to call it family style, but basically it's one person operates the drone, which in this video I was operating the drone while Jay was operating the camera. And it's really nice because it allows you to have the camera operator focus on the shot without worrying about where the drone is, which allows for super cinematic shots. And Jay and I have been doing this together for almost 5 years. So we've developed a really good partnership and team on this. So it's probably our favorite thing to do as drone operators.
And you guys, for people who are watching that watch the Jason Show, know Yam House. They know how much we love those guys. You love them too. You actually shoot all their music videos. Jay, you were just saying that's what you guys were doing before we went on lockdown, essentially.
That's right. Yeah. And Jason and Kendall, thank you guys for showing the Thrill music video. That was awesome. And yeah, Yam House, they're a great bunch of guys. And we got to work on a new project, an unreleased song that we started shooting, and we have pretty big hopes and aspirations and plans for it. But right when the lockdown started, we had to just put it on hiatus and just try to hope that we can get back on it as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's got to be weird for you guys. You're so used to working with people. Yeah, you're operating a drone from the air and you can operate the drone from far away from them, but they can't all be together. So, Mike, what have you been doing this whole time? Have you just been making videos like the one you just made, or have you just been kind of waiting for things to get back to normal?
Yeah, like most people, Jay and I have had a lot of free time. So just finding, things to shoot to occupy our time. And that's kind of how this video came about. Is it's like, well, we don't have a lot of jobs to shoot right now, so let's just go try to take advantage of this weird, quiet city that we have. So yeah, it's kind of a weird hiatus from work, but it's a good opportunity to get creative and try new things.
Jay, I know you, both of you are sports fans, but Jay, you're hardcore Minnesota sports fan. Some of my favorite shots were inside of different stadiums. You went inside US Bank, you went inside a Target Center. Shots like that, how did you get access to that? That's so cool.
Yeah, and a good friend of ours is Noah Furchy and Grant Ridpath. They work for their respective teams, the Timberwolves and Vikings, and we've been able to work on really cool projects with them, utilizing drones and just standard filming as well over the last few years. And so a lot of those shots of the inside the Target Center shot and inside US Bank Stadium, me and Mike got those a few years ago on the interior just to shoot for them, and it really once we started to see these empty streets, we saw that how these shots paired well with, you know,
Right.
this emptiness vibe. And we wanted to show the venues and the places we all used to go, like warm summer nights at Target Field, not having that. And it really just you know, it's somewhere we want to show like we're really close to getting back to that, and it's really worth waiting. And so, yeah, Grant and Noah, those guys hooked us up with really great opportunities and helped this project come to a complete sequence.
And we got about a minute left. When I saw the video, it had close to 100,000 likes, and this was only when you'd been posting it for like 24 hours. I don't know how many, once we air this, there will be, but how has it been seeing your video go kind of viral, Mike? Is it weird? Is it cool? What is it?
It's super weird. I mean, it's awesome to see it shared and all the inspiration it's giving people. And I just saw this morning that like Amy Klobuchar shared it, and it's awesome. I mean, it's fun, and I'm glad people are enjoying it. So it's been a cool experience, and I'm getting weird phone calls from. I had this lady call me to ask me to burn a DVD of it for her. So it's it's creating.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how to do that. I don't think I have the technology. But I told her I'd send her a link. Yeah, so it's fun to see it blow up. I'm just happy people are enjoying the video and being able to appreciate Minneapolis.
Well, we're showing the video to everyone watching right now, but they can also find it online. Social media pages, Sky Candy Studios, right, Mike?
Yep,
and Jay,
right.
what's your social media now?
Jaybird Films, bird with a Y.
Jaybird Films. You heard it here, guys. We will have more when the Jason Show comes right back.